Good evening, everybody. Once again, it's the RoboWriters podcast. I'm your boy, Rob Whitney, Robbie F. Baby. Please say the baby. I'm here with Nikia Jones, as usual. Once again, our special guest, B-Dot Bottles himself, Brandon Jones, is in the building. And we're going to get right to it. We got a jam-packed show today. And first things first, we talking the NBA playoffs. As it stands right now, the Cleveland Cavaliers are up 3-2 on their series against the Toronto Raptors. Tonight is Game 6 in the 6, as it were. And we're going to just go around and see any predictions on what we think is going to happen tonight. B-Dot, you think Cleveland going to close the door tonight? Finally finish business?
They in Canada, right?
Yeah, they in Canada, eh?
I don't know. I mean, Toronto was playing last couple games I saw. They were playing pretty good.
So they lost by 38.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, Nakia, what do you think? You think the Cavaliers are gonna finish business?
I don't think so. Not tonight. Sometimes it's hard pulling a win when you playing a team at home, so they might get the boost of confidence they need to win tonight.
Okay. Me personally, I think the Cavaliers are going to finish the deal. For what it's worth, a little stat I found out today, LeBron James is actually 8-1 in Game 6s when his team is up 3-2. He does not usually let anything go to a Game 7, so I'm picking them to ride. It'll probably be a close game until probably the end of the game where the Cavaliers will pull away and put this thing on ice. Next matchup is obviously the Warriors and the OKC Thunder. Warriors still trailing in that series. They were able to pick up a big win last night and stave off elimination in Game 5 in Golden State at Oracle Arena. Tomorrow night, they'll be trying to force a Game 7 on Monday. But do we think they can pull that off, having to play in OKC where they got beat down 2 straight games in Games 3 and 4? We go to Nakia first. Nakia, you think the Warriors, the defending champs, will be able to force a Game 7?
They may. I guess I'm always for the other person. So. But I mean, I think they might just end up closing it out tonight. So I mean, not tonight, but they might just end up closing it out.
Yeah. B-Dot, what you think? You think the Thunder gonna punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
You know, I would like to see Kevin Durant get in there and you know, actually have a shot at the ring. I think he deserves it. I think everybody else, you know,
real MVP.
Everybody else got a ring already. Brown got a ring. Curry got a ring. Raptors probably not going to make it, so we're not going to count on them. But the game last night, man, Curry was going off. At the end of the game, you know, shouting to the crowd, "We not going home." You know, he
was definitely hyped. He was in his hype bag.
Yeah, I think the announcers had it right. They were saying that, you know, his injury had him off, but now he's back and he's playing like the MVP. You know, so they definitely do got a shot.
I hope so. I know one person that's going to have to come up big, not just him and Clay, but Draymond Green, who I don't know where his head is and some of the stupid stuff he's doing. I don't know if he's trying to get his black belt with all the karate kicks he's throwing. He's going a little overboard, if you ask me, with trying to prove that he didn't kick dude in his nads on purpose by flailing his foot every time he shoots a shot to say, "Hey, this is what I do. I kick my leg out." But come on, dude. That high, I mean, the one I saw, I mean, his heel damn near touched his forehead. Like, that's how high he kicked his foot up. All that ain't necessary. We get it. You're trying to say that it's something you do. Don't go overboard with it. But me personally, I don't have a vested interest, but I'll say I think the Thunder will take care of business at home. They've been pretty good at home, especially the role players, which didn't play well in Golden State last night, will come up big, I think, in Game 6 in OKC. The role players for the Warriors won't come up as big as they did. You know, you can't expect guys like Mo Spates to come off the bench and do what he did in the last game on the road. So I'm going with the Thunder there. Okay. the NBA to the NFL. Not much news in the NFL this week, but they did announce some of the future plans for the Super Bowls. For the first time in a long time, almost 40 years, the Super Bowl at some point will be in the city of Los Angeles in 2021. Before that, however, in 2019, it'll be in Atlanta, and in 2020, it'll be in South Florida.
Which is what? Tampa, Miami, something like that.
Tampa or Miami, more than likely. Tampa's hosted a couple of Super Bowls, so is Miami. So either one of those. Looks like it's back to the same old. You want to have it in places where either you're going to be able to control the weather by being in a dome and not have to worry about it. Atlanta just got that brand new stadium they're building at Mercedes-Benz Arena that they're going to host the Super Bowl in, and everybody's amped about the Rams going back to L.A. and L.A. having a team. That should be an extravaganza unto itself when that Super Bowl happens. So I gotta say, I kind of like the cities. I don't mind them. I mean, I wish Philadelphia would host it. If they can put it in New York, why not Philadelphia? I mean,
Bring it to Philly.
It's just as cold in New York as it is in Philadelphia. So if you can manage that, I would say why not bring it to the link. But that's just me being a homer. I don't know. You like those cities, Nakia?
I do, and I'm thinking about going to LA. If I can afford it and make it.
Tickets, man.
Heard that. I heard that school district. She putting her leave in now.
Exactly. I can do it. 2021, I can do it.
What do you think, B-Dog? You like them cities?
I like them, but I think that, a good team should be able to play in anywhere, whether it's dome, whether it's nice weather, anywhere, Some of the best games, played outside in snow, cold, ice, rain. That's when the real athletes, the real talent comes out. So bring it to Philly. Bring it to Philly. I mean, we had the All-Star game here in 2001. We didn't get too crazy.
Yeah.
And we got nice facilities. The park down there, we have a lot of stuff to go. We got bring it to Philly. That's all I got to say.
Well, I don't really think it's the people here. It's the weather more so. Because we get in February, it could be 80 here or it could be minus 20. So
yeah, and they were trying to, when they did it in New York, they were trying to make sure they really had the projections right as far as what the weather was going to be like, whether it was going to be clear, it might have been cold, or they knew it was going to be cold, but not super cold. I think it was only 40 degrees or so, something like that when they had it in New York.
Man,
instead
let
of being
boys play.
20 or something.
I agree.
Let them boys play.
I mean, I agree with you as well. And there's a lot of people that saying that there shouldn't be domes at all in football. Football was meant to be played on the grass outside.
Yes.
So
agreed.
There goes that. From where the Super Bowls will be headed to a team that hopefully sometime in our near future may make the Super Bowl. We got some Eagles news. Apparently, offensive coordinator Frank Reich believes that there should be a competition at the quarterback spot between one Sam Bradford and one Carson Wentz. Even though it was presumed Sam Bradford would be the guy. I'm kind of interested to see how y'all feel on this. Nikki, how do you feel about it becoming a competition now?
Hey, sometimes a little friendly competition doesn't hurt nobody, so it'll prove who's really prepared and adapt to running and controlling our team offensive wise. So they both have a fair shot. I mean, they both have a fair shot. So I think maybe given Bradford's attitude going into this preseason,
that's what I wanted to get to.
May have had something to do with it. Okay, but I mean, it may or may not have had something to do with it. But may the best man win at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you already had Sam Bradford had that first time where he's thinking the dude is right behind him, breathing down his neck anyway, you might as well see what's what right now. Although, if I'm saying Bradford, I can't be mad if I'm going to wind up being the backup making $22 million. I'll be a backup for $22 million. I will hold everybody's clipboard for $22 million. That's just me. I'll be going out looking for clipboards. My man, you got a clipboard? I got that. I got that. I don't even want to get me. But Mita, how you feel about it becoming a competition now and not just Bradford's job like it was apparently told to him to be by Howie Roseman and.
Well, if you ask me, I'm gonna piggyback off of what she said. Let the best man win. To me, there's only one man playing. I'm just put it just like that, And for anybody listening, it's not Sam Bradford. I just want to make that clear. Have you ever seen Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, any of them guys get nervous when a rookie quarterback is coming on?
No.
Ben Roethlisberger had to play with Michael Vick. Not in his prime, but starting quarterback on a lot of teams. Didn't think nothing about it. He said, "Come on, you gonna help me win this ring or not?" Sam Bradford's got
a good comparison would be Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted Aaron Rodgers knowing he was going to be the future, but you didn't see Brett Favre looking over his shoulder like, I need to get out of here.
Exactly.
What's going on? Am I the guy or not? He knew he was the guy until he got good and damn ready to not be the guy no more.
Exactly.
So you got to take it as that. As long as they're telling me I'm the guy and it's my job, then you can go ahead with that notion. Don't make a big deal about, oh, wow, y'all drafting a replacement. Y'all trying to get me out of here and getting in your feelings. So I'm definitely hyped about seeing the competition.
How about Peyton? When they got Andrew Luck, he's like, okay, another team picked me up. No biggie. I'm good.
Yeah.
And he got a ring out of it.
Exactly. So now from the NFL and the NBA, we're gonna go to the social field and look at some of these hot topics this week. First off the bat, we got Paris Jackson got a new tattoo. Paris Jackson, for some of you who don't know, is Michael Jackson's daughter. His I believe she's a teenager now. She's like 16, 17.
No, she's older than that.
She's older than that? Grown woman?
I want to say she's 18.
18? 18, 19. I believe so. It's all good for her to have a tattoo. For all you don't know, and I'll post a picture later. Her tattoo is pretty much the cover from the Dangerous album that Michael had, and it's on.
18.
She's 18 years old. Thank you for the fact check. She has that tattooed on her calf, I believe it is. Her father's face. I don't know if it was a bit extravagant or over the top, but it's a good way to pay homage. And we're looking at it right now. So, Nikia, you got any thoughts on that tattoo, or whether or not it was necessary or a bit much?
That's how she wanted to remember her dad partially in that kind of way. Then, so be it. People get tattoos with less meaning than that she did. So, my motto after getting a few tattoos was, if you are going to get a tattoo, get something meaningful. And I said I will always tell that to my kids, my niece, nephews, whatever. If you are going to get a tattoo, get something that means something to you and that's meaningful. So
yeah, you don't want to be hard.
I don't want to get tattoos at all, but
98 on your jump.
But I think it's fine if that's what she felt she should do, and it is something meaningful. It's something. It's not just your regular hood tattoo, I guess if you would say so. And I think it's alright.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. I guess it's cool. Like you said, it's paying homage to the King of Pop, her dad. He was close with his kids. He loved his kids, and they loved him back. So I have no problem with the tattoo, no matter how extravagant it was, and the detail in it is amazing. Brandon.
Yeah, that tattoo's dope. I was just looking at it. It's dope. Like she was saying, it's not a gang symbol or anything like that. It's her dad.
She ain't got thug life on the back.
Exactly. What she should do.
Chinese letters.
Yeah.
She should.
You
go
think
back.
it say love? It say 4 wings and fried rice.
She should go back
Fried
and get the whole album, like every song, like on the other leg or something like that.
Every
The
track.
one she got is dope. That's dope. I'd go get it. I'm not even his son, and I'd go get it.
You gonna go get it? So you see that brother up on your grove with the Michael Dangerous tat? That's B-Dot, Brandon Jones right there. Moving on. Next is speaking of pop legends, legends in music. Prince was paid tribute to on the Billboard Music Awards this past week by Madonna. And then Madonna was joined by Stevie Wonder. Not everybody was thrilled about it. We'll say that.
A whole lot of people weren't thrilled. Like, Prince fans galore. I guess non-Prince fans. Like, a whole lot of people threw shade on Madonna. I guess the Billboard. It just wasn't a good look for a lot of people. Me personally, I watched it. I didn't think her singing was too bad. I got kind of cursed out on Facebook. That, like, which tribute was you watching? To me, she didn't sing that bad because I guess she was coming from her emotions. So that's what I thought. Or at least I think that's where she was coming from. She was. I didn't know she dated Prince like way back when. Sometimes like he wasn't her type, according to Wendy Williams. But like to me, it seems like. If they had just recently, I heard, made up and everything. So, to me, she probably was coming from a place of emotion. I was suspecting a few more songs, at least like 4 songs. The 2 songs that she sang weren't too bad, like I said, because it was. I guess it was her emotions, but I did expect more.
Yeah, I didn't really have a problem with her singing. Like you said, it could have been more songs, could have been more people. Also, I really wasn't a big fan of the whole Stevie Wonder thing. Yeah, if I see Stevie in them braids one more time, Stevie, let it go. I'm going to need you to come on home.
I guess the queen of shade, or so we say of shade, Wendy Williams, was saying... Who else would have done it besides Madonna? She threw a monkey wrench in my plans of getting Miguel and Janelle Monáe. So she just threw a monkey wrench in that. But she was saying, like, who would have done it? Lady Gaga. I wouldn't, hell no. Like, why would I think about Lady Gaga?
Tell us how you really feel.
Doing a Prince tribute. But to me... to me, the only thing that was missing was maybe it was a few more artists. But like I said, for the most part, you sang 1.5 songs, really. Because Purple Rain was really sung by everybody in the audience. It really wasn't sung.
That tribute was more short-sighted than Stevie. That's how bad.
Wow. Wow.
Stevie saw that wasn't a good idea. That's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
And like I said, if I see them braids one more time, it's going to be problems.
Just cut it off.
Just cut it off, Stevie. Come on home. I love you, Stevie.
Get a body.
Talking book, intervention, book, songs in the key of life. I love all the Stevie stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to let it go. Them braids is gone.
Keisha Cole, let it go.
Let it go. Elsa, Frozen, let it go.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving right along from a musical perspective to a more serious note, CNN reported that Dylan Roof, the suspect of the Charleston, South Carolina church shooting, will be standing trial, and they are seeking the death penalty in this case. I just was curious to get anybody's thoughts on whether or not that was the appropriate sentence to look forward to, and if you had any thoughts on it. Brandon, do you think death penalty is the right way to go on this?
I think on that one, yeah. I think it's death penalty. I don't think there's any other way to go. I mean, I hate to say that, but, you got to make a statement. What he did was just it's not cool. You're shooting up people at a church. At a church?
And especially after you walked in and you sat down for a few minutes and joined in the Bible study they were doing. And then you got up and shot everybody.
I mean, that
it was completely premeditated.
That was a terroristic attack, if you ask me.
Exactly.
It wasn't just against a race, but against a religion. I think he should have to pay.
Remember, he's not a terrorist. He's mentally ill.
He's a terrorist.
Yeah, your thoughts?
I agree. I mean, the death penalty is very warranted. Will he actually see death in his lifetime? Who knows? But, I mean, the death penalty, to me, is fine. Yeah,
and I gotta agree. I'm gonna be third that opinion. Seconded. I'll third that opinion. I'm not a big fan of the death penalty, I'll be honest. Because there are going to be a lot of situations where that person might be innocent or things might not go up. In this case, I think this dude did it. Obviously, he did it. So I'm okay with the death penalty. At this point, there's no room on our planet and our society for somebody like that, not even in prison. Prison would be too good for somebody of his ilk. I mean, he's lower than scum. What he did was disgusting. Who he is as a person is disgusting, and I don't have a problem with his life being taken courtesy of the state of South Carolina.
Yeah, and even if you put him in prison, he's still a death penalty, you know? Why not do it humanely instead of putting him in a prison cell where, you know, blacks is going to kill him, the Mexicans is going to kill him, you know, anybody in there who ain't a Muslim going to kill him, the Muslims probably going to kill him.
Yeah, it ain't going to be safe for him in jail if they definitely don't get the insanity plea they looking for, so... yeah, might as well do it by the state. But next we go from a serious topic like that into pretty much another serious topic, but something back in the media perspective. We got into a lot of things with the LGBTQ community now that Brandon so evidently put. But there's also been a lot of news about wanting those people of our society represented in film. Most recently, there's been a lot of urging. There's even a hashtag give Elsa a girlfriend. And Elsa, for whom you guys don't know, is the main character or focal point in Disney's colossal hit Frozen. She's the Ice Queen. She's the one with the powers. And there's been a movement to have her have a girlfriend. And on the other hand, there's also been a movement for Captain America of the Marvel franchise and the Marvel Cinematic Universe to have a boyfriend. It's been hashtag give Cap a boyfriend. So even though I probably know where your opinions will lie on this, I also want to know how you feel about people wanting Elsa to have a girlfriend and Cap to have a boyfriend, and should they start transitioning these things that they're trying to make the whole world, at least our country, more comfortable with seeing it in our films and our TV shows and things of that nature. So, B-Dot, I'll go to you first. How do you feel about that?
Man, I'm gonna take, we were talking about this last week, I just think it's wrong. You're gonna put it in a Disney movie that my 4-year-old daughter is gonna watch. That's wrong. And then to make Captain America gay.
Who's your captain now, baby?
What does that say about the rest of the United States? I mean, go make Iron Man gay or something. You gonna make Captain
Iron Man? Wait.
No. But get
objection. There's an objection.
It's the fact that it's Captain. The name itself, Captain America, is gay.
All right, no. Superhero has to be gay. I don't. I don't want my Iron Man. I don't want my Iron Man to be gay.
You know who they should make
gay? The kids coming to the defense of Iron Man.
Make Wonder Woman gay.
No. Don't make her gay.
That'll sell at the box office. Oh my God, Wonder Woman and Catwoman together? That would make millions of dollars. But Captain America, the fact that he is America's superhero, you can't make him gay.
Nikki? We see, obviously you don't want to transfer it to Tony Stark, but let us know.
As usual, I know I'm going to be hated, whatever, I don't care.
We're getting the fan mail later.
To me, I told this to people a long time ago, and to me, me and Darnell was talking about it the other day. I didn't know Marvel's part owner was Disney. To me, Disney is trying to make everybody gay. Even on TV shows, they own ABC, they own a couple of family stations. No show on a Disney-owned network doesn't have a gay character. Even on Once Upon a Time, which was a show that I love, it's about fairy tales with a twist. If you don't watch Once Upon a Time, no, not that kind of twist, but Red Robin Hood just fell in love with what's the girl? What's the chick? Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
Oh wow!
So down there in a relationship, like why? But to me,
that's that poppy seeds.
Never. To me, you don't need a gay character on every single thing. You don't need to have a gay superhero. Like, it's just, to me, it's just unnecessary.
You know what? I think we should start the movement. We're gonna be
make America straight again.
exactly.
Oh, beat out the kid that heads of straight lives matter.
Exactly. It's just ridiculous. You don't need it on every single thing. Like certain things, if that's what you're into and that's what you want to watch or whatever, then so be it. Go right ahead. Just like I watch what I want to watch. But to me, to have it on something like a Frozen type movie, I wouldn't want my kids. It's bad enough you have to worry about everything else that your kids is watching, let alone to have to worry about something like that. That's just another thing in this world. To me, it's the destructive. Then we gonna get real deep because it's like the destruction of the families. Saying you don't need a man in your life, you don't need a woman in your life. Just love your brother, love your sister. Going beyond the normal brotherly sisterly
2016
love.
is all about me and my son. That's
Love. I mean, really love the person. Like, no.
Yeah, that's why you got women running around talking about their son is their king and whatnot because they ain't got no man. And they dress they dress young boy just like the dude that left him.
And they got a girlfriend. So, I mean, like I said, hate me all you want.
They gonna hate me too.
And then I guess I'm like the voice of reason.
Yeah, Rob, what is
the
your
ultra liberal?
perspective?
My perspective is, and like I said, I know where, like you said, it's a Disney thing. Disney also owns ESPN.
Disney is one of the 5.
It's all the House of Mouse. And they are about being all inclusive when it comes to everything. And now if there's a new front in which there are even more subgenres of people, they just want to be all inclusive, and they may think of adding these characters in these shows just because they want to show that come as you are. If you come to Disney, if you're in it, there are several. If people don't even realize it. Commentators, analysts, things like that on ESPN who are actually homosexual and out homosexuals or whatever.
And that's fine.
And because they're all inclusive and they think everybody's young. That's the only way to be able to see something and not have a disdain for it, where there is a place where fear becomes anger and then anger becomes violence. And if you can put this out there, say this is what it is, and there's nothing wrong with this to a point where you need to harm another individual, and that's what they're going to do. And that's why I haven't even heard it from them pushing it to, have these characters, had the gay Captain America or the gay Elsa. It is what people from that community or people in general have been asking for. But if they went that direction, I could see that being their cause to it, that they want to be all inclusive and include everybody. They don't want to leave anybody out. You come as you are. They believe there's a lot of different shades of people with a lot of different backgrounds, orientations, or whatever, and everybody should be accepted. Everybody should be able to be who they are and not be turned away or not denied this or that or anything else just because of who they are. So I believe that's where they're coming from. Me personally, it kind of stretched it a little bit too far when you go into the cartoons and stuff like that, because you really don't have the sense to be able to explain it to a child if they're not already reading books and things like that, or like I said, like we talked about last week, in the schools where they had the books or something where it's explained that there are families with 2 mommies and 2 daddies and stuff like that. If that's already been explained to that child and they realize that and then they see that, then they realize, okay, all right, that's what's happening here. But if they haven't already gotten that explanation and they see that, then they might be a bit confused, like what's going on here. This is not what I'm used to. If I see a Disney princess or anything like that, I usually see her with a guy. And because of that confusion, I think you may need to hold off just for now with putting them in the movies. Now, as far as the Marvel thing, that's an older group of people that are the focal point of that. So I don't really see a problem if you want to make Captain America gay or make him gay or whatever.
Are you serious?
They're saying already that the character is that way, and there's a character in the movie. It's not coming to my mind right now that is his dude, but it isn't really.
Black Panther.
No, it's another one. I think it was like Bumpy or something like that.
Bumpy, really?
That's the thing. That's his. They're saying that if you like read the comic books and you read into it, that's clearly what it's saying without saying it.
No, that's probably what they're trying to say. So they get so it can be more apt to being made. Like, okay, he secretly was in love with him. Like they were sending each other coded messages.
He been dead.
So he's been
what y'all sweating for? He's been
there since day one. So get it together, okay?
Man, I think it's wrong. I this is, like I said, especially for Captain America and you know.
I mean,
off the podcast, me and you gonna have a conversation because that's just wrong. I mean, if you want to have gay people, fine. If you want to include them, fine. If there's gay people, fine. But don't go back and try to rewrite history and try to say this person's gay, that person's gay.
Lincoln was gay. Did you know that? No.
Exactly. Now you're trying to
And
rewrite
that's the
history.
stuff you find on. I mean, you can't believe everything you find on the internet. But they claiming Martin Luther King was gay. Like he had gay lovers and all that. Like really, this man of power, this man of respect and power. That a lot of people
I'm not going that far.
Races, respect.
I knew he wasn't perfect, and I knew he had.
Y'all trying to say he was gay, right? Really.
He had his little dalliances. I know he had his little shorties on the side, but I don't know if I'm gonna go completely.
Well, they're trying to say he was.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
They're trying to say that he was. His days on the side was not some
they was
women
the Deacons?
Exactly. Not some women.
Not Deacon Taylor. No, Martin and Deacon Taylor.
So it's
the kids talking about Martin and Deacon Taylor. Oh.
Exactly. So yeah, they trying to rewrite everything, and it's straight like I was about to say straight power. Straight power.
Straight power, yeah. No, but this is one other thing that comes to my mind is when I go to work every morning, I listen to Power 99, and it's a gay guy on the radio station. You know,
Mother knows.
Yeah, when I first started listening, I was like, I can't listen to Power 99. You know, now I've come to accept him, and I've realized that he's a regular person. He just think a little bit different, but he is gay. You know, nobody went and said, "Yo, let's go get this guy and make him gay for ratings." Yeah. You know, he actually is that way, and I would accept that.
And the one thing that I like about it, and it's a way that, all right, it is what it is, but it's also to be respected. The other day they were making a joke where Mikey Dredd did something and they got him all upset. He was like, "Mother, don't get your panties all in a bunch." Mm-hmm. He was like, "Who are you talking to? I'm a grown-ass man over here."
Exactly.
Talking about wearing panties. I may be gay, but I'm a grown-ass man. You could have said
he might go to Ideal Image and get shaved. But he's still a man.
Anyway.
Yo, I need a plug, yo.
Ideal Image come up. Anyway, we're going to go to our favorite segment. Last segment, the good look, bad look countdown. We're going to see some topics, and we're going to discuss whether or not they're a good look or a bad look. First off, something we spoke on earlier, Carson Wentz competing for the starting job. Is that a good look or a bad look for the Eagles? Are they saying that they're putting all their eggs in one basket, or that they're just done with Sam Bradford's BS?
I don't think that. Maybe they are saying that they're tired of his BS, but like I said, may the best man win. I mean, if maybe this wouldn't have happened, like y'all said before, if he just came in with a clear head, was answering phone calls, came to practice. I mean, he eventually came to practice, but it's like...
Not a game.
You get injured every year.
Practice.
Hell, you need practice for.
Not a game.
Bradford is, like I had said on, I want to say maybe the first show I was on, we as the fans probably take it harder than management ever does. Management is just like, okay, you might be here today, you might be cut tomorrow. We're never going to forget. So he very well may get booed the first couple of games or something. So we shall see.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good look. It's a good look for Carson Wentz that they want to put him out there and see what he can do, if that may be the case.
Even if he's not the man, you can trade him.
Exactly. Next up, Jay-Z had a response, sort of, kind of, to all the Lemonade hoopla. He was on the remix to Fat Joe and Remy Ma's hit All the Way Up. We're going to play a little bit, his verse, and we'll dissect and see whether or not it was a good look or a bad look for him to make any stance whatsoever on it.
Turn me all the way up, Drake. You know you made it when the fact your marriage made it is worth millions. Lemonade is a popular drink and it still is. Woo. Survival of the littest. Niggas who really up verse, niggas up in your business. I'm in the room where real niggas not allowed. Woo. I'm the only one in the room that they fear right now. Woo. I think they clear right now. Let's celebrate, no red champagne, we don't play that. All we see is gold bottles and paper plane hats. 21 Grammys that I use for Douce cups. I'm on the penthouse floor, call your way up. The OG said, ho, how high is high enough? I said, till we I with the higher ups. Until we let them know we ain't those niggas. Until our baby showered in gold, nigga. Blue looking like Pac in the tub. David LaChapelle levels and not giving a fuck. Prince left his masters where they safe and sound. We never gonna let the elevator take us down.
I'm all the way up.
Hey, I thought the same thing about that last line. So, what do you think? The first line, pretty much his response to all the Lemonade hoopla. You know you made it when the fact that your marriage made it is worth millions. So, it seems to me that they're using all this publicity and all that just to make them even richer. And it worked to a T because everybody bought that Lemonade thing.
Literally.
Right? And then if he drops an album, which he's supposed to, it'll probably sell like crazy. So, I think it was a good look for him to make any statement because you knew, especially him dropping it on Tidal and that being one of the only places you can go get it was good for him. And people were going to go see it because they wanted to hear what he had to say, especially when you heard he mentioned Lemonade and all of those things. And the Prince line toward the end I thought was a ridiculous double entendre to mention the elevator, which is where they found Prince, where he passed. The elevator would never take him down. And then he's
the elevator will never take him down because they had that fight in the elevator. Him, Solange, and
triple entendre.
Just stood there. So
I
think it was for that, not for Prince really. But I mean,
well, the line right before that, he's talking about Prince.
Oh.
And he's like, the elevator will never take me down. But yeah, like you said, triple
entendre.
How many guys?
Entendres on entendres with Jesus.
First of all, we can understand what he's saying. And then to say something clever.
Very much designer.
Oh, man. I wasn't going to say no names.
No, he lost me at, I got Browns from Atlanta.
All he got is the Pandas and X6s. That's all I know.
But I mean, they did have some real problems. They went to counseling, from what I understand, from what I was reading and everything. So they did have some real issues and problems, and he was cheating on her at some point. Thus, the fight in the elevator. So
you want to know what I think is ridiculous, though?
So let it be known, ladies.
So
don't ever feel special. There's a dude out there that will cheat on Beyonce. None of y'all are special.
And Holly Berry.
I'm not saying that because it's a whole,
I think Holly Berry's on her third.
She said I'm not going there.
But
she said I'm not rehashing any old memory.
It ain't always about beauty, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But I was listening to the radio.
No, the song she making about doing what she doing, ain't no way you can't be happy with that. Drinking watermelon and doing surfboards, you should be able to be happy with that at home.
If she's doing it. I mean,
she seems like the Dipsy country broad that like to keep her man happy. No, she's doing that.
You could say you're doing all that, but that don't mean you're doing it.
You should sell records, man.
Exactly.
That's true.
I mean, I was listening to a song today.
She might be a not tonight.
Irreplaceable. Irreplaceable came out how long ago?
Yeah, right. A while ago. Next
almost
up.
10 years ago.
Yeah, damn. Almost 10, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2016
that was
now.
B-Day, so
yeah.
I put you out.
So
about 10 years ago.
Next, good look or bad look, that the real fired Tamar Braxton, and then Tamar's story is they then made it try to look like the feelings were mutual, and it was a mutual parting of the ways, but Tamar believes she was just given the axe. Is it a good look or bad look on either one of those parts? The show's part or Tamar's part for kind of escalating this drama and not letting it
I
go.
mean, like I just said, drama sells. So, according to her Tamartians or non-Tamartians, she's a drama queen. Get your life. So, so I mean, I guess. I mean, we'll never know the truth probably until years from now when somebody decides to do a behind the scenes exclusive of whatever. So,
And you may be right, and like the drama sells, she is set to dish all the dirty laundry on an upcoming episode of Braxton Family Values. So
right.
we're gonna make people tune in to see that.
Why give the money to some friends when you can keep the money in the family?
All right, next, good look, bad look, Soldier Boy faking moves. B-Dot, you're a businessman. You always got a keen business acumen. How you feel about him faking moves? Claiming to have a $400 million deal when the company in
It's
only worth
like
$52
$50
million.
You know what? I think that was a good look. I think that was
That's a good look on whose part?
I think it was a good look on Soulja Boy's part because the way the deal is structured, he's a part owner. So the more money that company makes, the more money he's going to make. So
no, not exactly, because they have higher paid sponsors than him.
They do, but he still makes a portion from being a promoter.
Yeah,
so
but
if I could turn
other people have stock in their company too.
Understood.
Not just him.
But if I can turn
They
a
make more
$50 million
money
company and send it into the stratosphere, making billions of dollars, he's now making money. This same thing happened with
I
Dr.
can't
Dre.
imagine just how he felt when somebody came up to him and was like, "Yo, Soldier Boy, you know they only worth any doing."
I think
he was like, "No."
He knew what the deal was. They making money.
Yeah, but people
Same thing happened with
actually
Beats.
going to play
Yeah, that's
this
true.
online poker thing, so or whatever it was for. It was for poker.
Yeah, it was like online poker, like
So.
gaming online. But to me, it was just a bad look because you claim to be something that you're not.
Because you gotta be 21 and older to gamble, and how many 21-year-olds really is going to go to something? Oh, Soulja Boy said it, so I'm a.
But you gotta understand, he promoted it though. You know, you got kids talking about it, other people talking about it. It's out there now. Like, we would never be talking about this company if Soulja Boy didn't do that. And like I said, the more money the company makes, the more money he makes. Get your money. Drama sells. You just said it.
Yeah, but that's not really drama. That's just. It may end up looking bad on your part because of the potential money that they said even the money that generates for the company and everything, he still might not even get $400 million.
So it was just completely oversold.
So they was like he wouldn't even get $1 billion. Like, it's not even going to be that much.
So,
Like, he'll get millions, but the whole breakdown of it, they was like they can't even really afford to give him $400,000. So, I mean, yeah, it gets people talking about it, but like I said, are people actually going to play this
I'm
game?
sure people looking into it.
Yeah, they might.
I mean, everybody loves to gamble. I can gamble online. Just think about what the Sugar House did for Philly. Think about what the Sugar House did to Atlantic City. They
That's
are
true.
in poverty now.
All right, final thoughts. Roots is coming on Monday. B-Dot, yeah, I need to know if y'all watching that.
I'm going to tune in.
You gonna tune in to see the updated Roots? The kids, you tuning in to Roots on Monday? After you had your hot dog and your hamburger and potato salad, you your Roots on?
Watermelon there, man.
Watermelon and fried chicken and Roots. We black
I eat
folks.
watermelon, so I won't be having watermelon watching Roots. If I don't eat it. But I mean, I agree with LeVar Burton when he said he was like, when they told me they were making a Roots remake, I was like, why? And that was my thoughts exactly. Why? But then